Hey, what's up everyone? It's Rob again. We're here with another figure. I just got this in the mail about 4 days ago. I've been waiting all weekend to open this bad boy up and get to playing with it and transforming it, figuring its ins and outs. This is the Studio Series 86 Transformers the Movie Dinobot Sludge. He is the third Dinobot to come out in this line. The first one was Grimlock. Then we had Slag, who they renamed Slug because it's a slang term over in Great Britain. But he's always going to be Slag to me. I don't care what it means somewhere else. His name is Slag. It's not even meant in the same way. But now we finally have Sludge. And little fun fact: Sludge is the only Dinobot that I've never owned another copy of. I have the G1 reissues or originals of all the other Dinobots except for Sludge, so I was very happy when he came out. I pre-ordered him on Amazon.com for about 55 bucks, I think, and the day that he arrived in the mail, he got here 3 weeks earlier than they were saying it would be. I was supposed to get him on August 1st. I got him on like the 7th of July, and like as soon as I went to go look at it on Amazon again, he was up to like $143. So I'm very glad that I got the pre-order at the regular price because that's just ridiculous. He basically like tripled in price the day that I got him in the mail. I guess I ran out of pre-orders and all of the other ones came from third parties. Oh my goodness, he is awesome. I love it. Let's get his background out too. I don't normally do the backgrounds, but we're going to take a look at it. Let's get it right there. Let's get that all set up. Hey, there he is. There's Sludge. I have never had him before. Let's get everything opened up. I got some scissors over here. Let's free him from his packaging. I know a lot of people like to keep figures in their package. Personally, I buy these figures for me, not for a museum. So they all come out of their packages right away, except for this guy because I wanted to save it for the video, and I had no time to record all weekend long. And there we can see we got him out of the box. He looks amazing. He's way too big for the light box that I normally do my reviews in, so he's just kind of out. We've got the old Planet X Apocalypse Trypticon box as the backdrop because I don't really have anything else to use as a backdrop, and that thing just looks freaking amazing anyway. But enough about him. Let's look at the figure. He looks really, really good. One of the things everyone who got an early copy of him warned everyone about were that his legs are a little loose and wobbly around the knee joints. Mine's not too bad, but I can definitely see what they're talking about. I was really hoping that that was just a problem with some of the early copies of him, but it appears I've got it too. Although it's not a deal breaker, I am not going to be displaying him in his robot form. He is absolutely getting displayed alongside his teammates as Dinobot form because that's just what you want anyway. But I mean, come on, look at this. He looks really good. The head sculpt is really nice. I do wish he had what a lot of figures have. They have like kind of like a clear plastic piece at the top so that light can go through and lights up the eyes for light piping, which is usually pretty good. Let's see, the head sculpt Dinobot mode looks really, really cool. I definitely dig that. He doesn't look too bad from the back. Even in the G1 show, the Dinobots' heads kind of were always exposed when they're in robot mode, so again, not a deal breaker. Yeah, the legs aren't too wobbly, but you can definitely stiffen that up. If you go on any Transformers forum, people will recommend some kind of stuff to put on. I know like nail polish finish is one of the things that people say to put on some joints to toughen them up. Pretty good. He's got, let's see, we got his gun right here. Pretty good sculpting on that. Looks pretty nice. It actually might be my favorite weapon out of all three of the Dinobots so far. Wonder who we're gonna get next. It's either gonna be Swoop or Snarl, but I'm definitely looking forward to the next figure because man, this just looks amazing. It was very hard holding on to this for 4 days without opening. I gotta tell you that. Gotta be honest with you. Very, very difficult not to open right away. Okay, now let's get right into the transformation, shall we? Alright, so this is only going to be my second time transforming this guy, so let's see if I remembered all the steps correctly. First thing we're going to do is we're going to raise the arms up. Then we're going to tilt the fists up a bit, and then kind of tuck them in. Now I've noticed that everyone says to turn the fists before you tuck them up, but they kind of come out no matter which way they're facing. I don't know if it's just safer that way or what, but that's how everyone says to do it. We're gonna lift this head up here. Let's get these feet up a bit. We're gonna turn the waist. All right, flip them back this way. Now we're gonna take the tail tips on the side and just kind of pry them away, just like that. All right, and then these parts here, we're going to lift up. Come on, they do come, or you know what, let's get the feet first. So fold the feet down in. All right, then these parts do come up and then out on the hinge. So same with this one, up and then out on the hinge so that the legs kind of look like a demonic butterfly with its wings spread. It's kind of weird looking. All right, and then what we're gonna do is up to the front, we're going to pull the chest away. All right, there we go, chest is away. Let's push the head down inside. And then now let's get the arms up because we need to rotate the chest. Just makes it a little easier if those arms are up. All right, so it's gonna look like this, all right? All right, and now comes the tricky part, the legs. Overall, this is a pretty simple transformation, but this one part here is kind of annoying. I would say to get the legs clamped together first, but that's not the best way to do this. What you're gonna basically do is you're gonna take the legs, fold them back, but before they go down all the way, you kind of, you know what, close this up right here, just because you kind of need to hold it there. Now, what you're gonna do is as you're trying to fold these in, you're gonna push behind the knee joints until the knees kind of pop back up into it as far as they can. See, the top one is kind of in there, but you see this one's still pushed out a bit. So just kind of take your finger. It's really hard to get this on camera. You basically have to feel if you're doing it right or not. There we go. That one finally popped in. And make sure you'll feel one initial pop. Make sure you feel a second one as it goes all the way in, unless you're lucky enough to just get that pop all at once. Then kind of pinch them together. The tails, the tips, we could take and just bring around like that. You can pinch those together now because that part's done. There we go. And now these other parts from the legs, you can swing those up here and then just leave them there for now. That's going to be like one of the last things we do is get those into place. So now that we got those knees bent in the right way, you kind of need a couple of different tabs up here to lock into place. It's almost impossible to see, but the knees, let's see, right here, this inner tab right here locks in kind of in this hole in the back of the knee. It's so difficult to show you guys. There you go. So that kind of goes into there. And then also on this, there's a little tab right there that's going to go into the red piece of the shoulder behind this leg here. So if you have everything lined up correctly, it's not going to be that difficult. Although now that I say that, watch me sit here and struggle for a couple of minutes. I kind of just felt everything slide in place. Sorry, I keep lifting up a little too high over the phone so I could see. But you basically want to get all that lined up, and just so you guys don't watch me sit here and struggle, I'm just going to cut to when it's done. And you know what? I could have kept rolling. It actually took like a second, and they all locked into place. So everything over here is aligned now on both sides. Nothing's loose. It's actually a pretty solid connection once you get it in there. All right, so now what we're going to do is going to take these, and I believe these get swung around this way. Oh, wait, no, actually, those don't need to... You know what? Every video I saw swung those around, but no, when you flip them around, they're going to be good. So yeah, ignore that. All right, so this part, let's open this back up again, because I think what I've found is that the next step is a bit easier when you do the head first. So you can see the big tab holes right here for these tabs. Just kind of put those in. There we go, it's on both sides. All right, these now, we're going to bring these plates up on both sides. Nice hinge there. All right, these are going to kind of just swing out and up. And they've got some very easy to see tabs on the side, so just click those into place. Very, very easy. They are not difficult at all. So now what we're going to want to do is bring these legs down. Yeah, you know what? That's a step in a lot of videos I saw people do where they told you to turn this and face it the other way, kind of like in the beginning of the transformation, but you don't need to do that at all. So let's get that one down there too. All right, now these are pretty easy. They're gonna swing back down again and then just lock into place. So down, locks into place. That is nice and easy. Easy peasy. Let's get this head facing up. And there we have it. Get the feet adjusted. He does have a pretty big design flaw. A lot of upgrade kits are going to be addressing this. He's got this giant gap here, and it looks like that's where the toes are supposed to go instead of just hanging out there between his legs. They're supposed to kind of go up into here, but it's left wide open. And unfortunately, I don't even think you could store his gun in there. So that's my only complaint so far. And let me see. Now these parts, said these were going to be last. What we do is we just pull this out right here on both of them. Clip it all together. And then this does have some places it's going to peg into. So these are going to kind of go right up into here. Sorry about that. I know I keep pulling it up a little high. And then we have these right here that need to go inside here. So kind of squeeze it, pull it apart a little bit if you need to. Trying to be gentle. I do not want to break this thing. Trying to do the last step. Yeah, squeezing it and pushing down, putting a little pressure on it's the way to go. And everything is good. Everything feels nice and tight and secure. All right, let's just get the feet all lined up. And let's get him put down here. All right, there we go. There is Sludge in his dino mode. Now he's ready to go out with his pack. Go hunt some Decepticons. Go take on Devastator. And hopefully not get punched in the back like he did in the movie. That scene in the movie really was the downfall for the Dinobots. Normally they can absolutely take on combiners as a pack without having to combine themselves, even though, you know, Volcanicus... It's Volcanicus or Volcanus? I forgot which one. He's still kind of new, but yeah, I think I like them better hunting as a pack than trying to force them into a combiner mode. But this looks really, really good for Dino mode. And as far as weapon storage goes, there's really only one spot that I see. All right, if I can pick up the weapon without dropping it. We got the peg right here on the top. It kind of just goes right into here on the leg, so you can kind of push it in there, and then he just has a gun chilling on his leg. He can sit straight like this. I don't know, facing forward maybe, so you got a dinosaur charging at you with a gun, but do whatever you want with it. That's really the only place I see, although it does kind of have, let me see, where was it? I think it had a tab, yeah, on this side, like right there, but I haven't really found anywhere it easily fits into, so yeah, as far as I know, that's the only place you can put the weapon, but he does look pretty cool. Alright, and for comparison, we now have him next to his Dinobot brothers, Slag and Grimlock. Grimlock is really cool. I need to do a video on him soon. One of the things that was a little bit flawed on Grimlock, I ordered an upgrade kit for it. If you notice, he has no front teeth. No front teeth. They're on the side pretty good, but from the front, he just kind of looks like Dustin from Stranger Things. So I have an upgrade kit. I haven't installed it yet because I wanted to do it on a video, but there is an upgrade kit to give him his front teeth because that is all he wants for Christmas. And also, it comes with a couple plate covers from some gaps on him. And now, like I mentioned, he's got his gun kind of just sticking on the side of his leg there. Grimlock's got the same design flaw. His gun has to just go sit on his back. Now Slag, and I don't care what his box says, his name is not Slug, it is Slag. Now Slag is the only one that they did justice when it came to weapon storage, because that's his gun as the tip of his tail right there. Pretty cool. I thought that was a very good design. Great way to incorporate the weapon into his bot mode. And overall, though, fantastic. All three of them, I absolutely love them. I do wish the weapon storage was better on Sludge and Grimlock, but can't really complain. There's the three original Dinobots. I am beyond happy with these three figures. I love Sludge. He was the only one I never owned any other copy of, so that's my very first Sludge, and I love it. I'm probably never going to need to buy another one because he's just amazing. Okay, now it's time to change this bad boy back into robot mode. So we're just going to reverse the order. We did everything before. Let's go ahead and pull these out. Again, I'm going to pinch them together and then pull them out. This seems to be the secret with those. Fold these gold pieces back into the insides. And then, you know what? We're going to split the tail. And we're going to... Oh, you know what? We need to get these out of the way first. So we split the tail, and then we move these. There we go. And now the tail pieces can come back out. And then let's just flip all this back out here. And you know what? Let's just go ahead and finish the legs up. Let's fold the feet back out that way. All right. Let's get him turned around here. All right, so feet that way. Oh, you know what? We're gonna need to get the chest piece out of the way. So let's spread these out a bit. So I guess the feet are gonna get done a little later. Let's bring these back out. Okay, there we go. Head down. There we go. All right, and then what we need to do next is to bring the chest piece back up, spin it around. Let's pull the head out. All right, head's back up. Let's get this up here and just leave them like that. Just kind of, whee, look at me, spread your arms nice and wide. All right, just the legs straightened up a bit. Yeah, I know, I'm a bit stupid. All right, now let's rotate at the waist. Okay, there we go. All right, feet are up. Let's get these parts swung back around and then down. There we go. And then we can take the tails, just fold it and push right back in to the side of the leg. And yeah, like I was saying, the knees are a little, they're slightly loose. They're not as bad as a lot of people said they were. But I know there's some stuff you can apply to it to tighten up joints and ratchets and things like that. So I may look into that. And here we go. Fold this one down just like that. And there we go. The legs should look like this. All done. All right, now let's pull this back up. Now we need to get the wings a bit more out of the way for this. Oh, that's the first time this one popped out. And then I dropped it. All right. At least it's not as bad as Slag was. Slag's like wing pieces. They popped off constantly. Now his head went down. Technical difficulties. All right, so now we can bring these back around. They kind of just swing and then drop them. Same on this side. Let's get the wing out a little further. Swing it. Oh, no, the whole thing's supposed to go. There we go. Swing it and then drop it. All right. Now, head, you can come down a bit. This thing just wants to drop in the worst way. It's not exactly loose. Sometimes it does come unpegged from here when he's in dyno mode, but that's only if you're really moving him around a lot. All right, wings can now come back a bit, at least to get this part folded up over here. There you go. Those kind of, yeah, they do peg in a bit. So let's see, you got a little hole right there, kind of pegs in right there. So it actually does hold them in place kind of decently. And then he's just yay. Okay, let's just get the arms down. All right, arms are down. Snap the chest piece back into place. You will hear it click. And now for the hands. I forgot to grab my screwdriver. Sometimes I can get these out easy enough. Other times you want to kind of grab a screwdriver and get it in there and pry it out. But yeah, like I said, I was testing this before and they seem to not really matter too much which way they're facing. They come out pretty much anyway. And this one can't be nice and easy. I do. Wait. I do. Haha, I got it. Thought I was gonna have to grab the screwdriver. All right, let's give him his gun. There we go. Now let's make sure the legs are nice and tight. There we go. See, like that, he's going to lean forward. All right, let's get the gun down so he's balanced a little better. This arm down. And there we go. There we have Sludge back in his robot mode, which does look fantastic. His robot mode is really, really just on point. It's amazing. It looks really, really good. And does this open up? You know what? It feels like that opens up, but it also feels like it may pop off. I know definitely in the show, Slag kept his gun inside his chest. Obviously, it's too big on the figure to fit in there. I'm not sure if Sludge's is supposed to open too. Could be like the Legacy Kickback where it looks like it opens, but it doesn't. But yeah, all in all, fantastic figure. Robot mode and Dyno mode, both amazing. Love it. And there we have him, Sludge in all his Dinobot glory. I really do love this figure. The detailing on him is amazing. Every inch of this figure is covered in sculpted detail. He looks phenomenal. He looks just like he does in the original G1 series. Can't complain about that. The only complaints I have is right underneath him where he's got that giant gap under his chest where it looks like at some point they plan to put the feet. Maybe, you know, production cost caused them to get rid of that, scrap that idea. And his weapon placement, that's really about it. I really can't complain. He doesn't really have any huge gaps. It looks like they made a marked improvement since Grimlock came out. He was the first one of the three. And he had quite a few gaps on him. A lot of model kits came out to upgrade him to have covers for the gaps. And it looks like they've done a pretty good job at getting rid of that when it came to Slag and Sludge. Although, you know, like I said, he does have that big chest one. But you know what? I honestly don't think I'm ever going to need another version of this guy because this one is just so wonderful. I thank you all. Thank you for watching. There's going to be more to come. Keep an eye out for that Grimlock upgrade video soon. I guess I'll just do the review and transformation and then plug them full of upgrades after that, because that seems to be the way to do that. But for now, this is Rob. I'll see you guys in the next video. Till all are one.